So, as we have seen, the exploration report that we created by using the exploration technique over here, and right now we are going to create the funnel analysis report. And this funnel analysis can be done for any kind of steps we would like to track. So, the thing is, we need to define several steps from which the users move from one step to the other in the funnel. So funnel is basically a process, or from the lower funnel to the upper, or the upper to the lower, there would be several steps. So the users would be moving from one step to the other. So this would be useful very much for the e-commerce related websites, or any other websites where there would be a step-by-step process to reach to a final destination, or to reach to a point where they would make the best conversion event that is defined in our website. So now we are going to create a e-commerce related funnel and analyze that report. So in the e-commerce, we are going to create a funnel that consists of several steps, right from viewing the product to adding it to the cart and then purchasing the product. And we can add several other steps in the between, but it would be very easy for us to analyze if we add the minimum number of steps into this, and then further go on to the next number of the next level of steps, so that we could be added into the funnel. So firstly, we are going to analyze the e-commerce funnel process. So for that, we could have the variables, as this is the same for all the reports, the segments and the dimensions and the metrics. So this is the same, and the thing is, there's a difference in the tab settings. That is, this technique is the funnel analysis, and we have a standard funnel or a trended funnel. So where you're going to use the standard funnel, and we also have the option to add the segments, and we can also make it breakdown, and we have the elapsed time, and the other actions and the filters can be applied. So we are going to apply all this onto our report or the funnel. So right now I'm going to choose some of the metrics for this. Let it be the country. So the country is added, and also the device category. So I hope we could add one breakdown as the country, and then I'm going to edit the steps I would like to add to this funnel. So the first step is viewing an item. I'm going to name this would be visible in your funnel steps, and we are going to add the event, as this is an e-commerce related. uh, I think it would be more convenient to use the other GA merchandise account that is mostly dedicated to the e-commerce related concepts. So we're going to use this one for our funnel analysis related to e-commerce. And now I'm going to add the device or the country into this, so it's already exists. And then I'm going to create the steps here. So I'm going to add a new step called view item, and then I'm going to add it using the events. And here we have the e-commerce related events available to us. So I'm going to select the view underscore item. So this is a view underscore items when the user view a particular product. And also then I'm going to add another step, and this step is add to cart. So these are the most important actions that we need to track in an e-commerce website. So I'm going to track this. Going to add another event. So I'm just going to search add cart, and then add another step followed by this. That's the purchase. And we can add the event, that is the purchase. As we have implemented these events through the enhanced e-commerce tracking, so once we include the enhanced e-commerce tracking into our website, we have these kind of events available into our GA4, and we can use this in our funnel analysis. So these are the steps we have added, and we can add any number of step conditions in this. Like this, we can add another condition. So right now I'm going to apply these conditions, and here we have another option called within 5 minutes. That is, we could mention that the user should just do this first step, and within under 5 minutes the second step should be performed by the users. So this is how, if this is needed as per your requirement, this can be enabled, or else it's fine. I'm going to apply these funnel steps. So now we are going to get the data into this reporting section. So we have the step 1 as view item, and the step 2 is add to cart, and the step 3 is purchase. So this is how we have the funnel flow. So it's increasing and then decreasing and slowly decreasing based upon the event we are mentioning it in the final step. So this means these are having 29K users, and some of them are moving forward to the next step, and the others are moving to the step 3. So this is a closed funnel because the users could enter only at the step 1 and move forward through this funnel. So the users who would drop off after the first step would be considered as a drop off, and this is the drop off level over here. That is, the 29K users have seen the item, but 25K users have dropped down, and 3K users have moved to the next step called add to cart. And from this, we have another, I mean, this is 4.2K, so we have another 1.2K users under the purchase. We also have the percentage view over here, and you can also zoom this. So here we see, so this line indicates we have much more bigger bar graph over here, but this is being displayed. And if we have a clear view about the below table that we have, this indicates the number of users who have completed or entered into the step 1 and then completed the final steps, and the abandonment rate would be due to these drop-offs. So this is an abandonment rate and the number of abandonments for the view item section. And similarly, we also have it for the add to cart, the number of abandonments and the drop-offs from the add to cart and the abandonment rate, and finally for the purchase step. So we have these details for all the steps that we include in our funnel analysis. And as we have applied the country breakdown, we can identify the number of users coming from United States and the purchases that are made from United States, and also the abandonment rate related to that particular country. So if we could see here, the add to carts from United States, uh, I mean, it's different. And the abandonment rate is 58.4%, so it's very high. So in this way, you can analyze these funnel steps and the data available here. And also here we can uh, add the segments, like we can add the US segment. Then we can see the US related data. So the US segment is being added, and we can see the data from US being segmented here, and we can also add a filter. We can add a filter here. I'm going to add a filter like the country should not contain, or let me add something like contains Canada. I'm going to apply this, then I can only see the data from Canada in my funnel. See, I can see only the data from Canada from who have performed these events in our funnel. I'm moving forward. And coming here, we can see the next action, that is the event names, that is the events that they perform after entering into the first step. So after entering the first step called view item, these are the top 5 event actions that are performed by the users. This could be helpful for some people. And we also have the elapsed time, and the most writing feature, see, elapsed time. So this is the time that the users have taken to move from one step to the other step. And then we have here the visualization type. We can have a trended funnel, that the funnel would be represented in a different way like this. And We can identify that add to carts and the different view item and the purchase with different kinds of trends we have. And we are going to the standard funnel that is more easy to understand. And here we have something called the open funnel. What's this open funnel? Generally, there are two types of funnels. One is closed and the other is open. So the closed funnel means the users can only enter at the first step, and in the open funnel the users can enter at any step over here. Like if we close this, we are enabling the open funnel, then the users can enter at any step in the middle. See here, they can enter over here, they can enter over here. See here, we have the new funnel entries are three, that is three people have come and one has dropped off. And here we have two continuing entries, that is one dropped and one, and the two people are continuing to this, and the elapsed time is 1 day. So the people even can enter the add to cart, or they can enter directly into the purchase step. But while in a closed funnel this could not be done. The users can only enter the first step and leave at the third step, and those could be only considered as the users in this funnel, or the others would be considered as a drop off. And the most important thing is the user should go through all the steps. uh, let us make this a closed funnel. For example, just imagine the user has viewed the item and just made a purchase. Then the user would be mentioned as a drop down at the first step itself, because in funnel analysis the user should never miss a step in the middle of the funnel. They can directly enter into the add to cart step if it's open funnel, and they can just make a purchase. Then they would be treated as a user who had completed the funnel, and they are at the highest level of the funnel. So this is how we could do the funnel analysis on our e-commerce reports or the e-commerce events. Here we have included the three steps, while we can include all the steps of the events tracked in the enhanced e-commerce tracking into a funnel and analyze the number of people who are just dropping off at the add to cart and who are dropping off at the payment information, and identify the users who are making the purchase. So this is how we can do the funnel analysis, and this funnel analysis can be applied to several other sectors, and you can make the reports compatible to your business model and just generate the reports according to that. Thank you.